Hello everyone and welcome back to Maximo. This is the start of the next world, and last time we gave up the sorceress's gifts, her armor, and her free save in favor of a kiss. We'll see what that does much later. This is a new enemy type that I completely flubbed up, but don't worry, we'll see him again later, done properly. So as I explore this starter area, I want to mention that the sorceress's gift was not the armor or the save. It was giving us a free ability slot. So that way we would be able to lock in 4 abilities instead of just 3. That way we would get to keep 4 when we died. But instead, that extra ability slot was taken over by a kiss. So by choosing the kiss, we did in fact make the game way harder on ourselves, but that's okay. So in the starter area, there's a key and there's a chest. We're going to hold on to the key and ignore the chest. The chest just has armor for us, but you know, we can't hold a 4th armor slot, so there's no point to that. Up here there's a zombie that spawns inside a zombified pathway, so we don't want to walk in there to hit him, but there's also a diamond in the zombified pathway. Thankfully our Midas Shield ability will get that for us. We need to cut down these vines in front of us to proceed. Obviously, walking into them will hurt us. They grow back up rather quickly, though, so we need to move fast. We also don't want to use our double swing to cut them down, because Maximo moves forward slightly with his double swing, so we'd end up running right into them. We have the fire sword, which deals some extra damage against a lot of enemies. Not as much as some of the later elemental swords, but we'll see one of those very shortly if I remember correctly. Maybe not in this level. I believe each world introduces at least one new elemental sword until the very last one. The best way to deal with these vines, I find, is with the spinning attack. Cuts them down really fast. This level is a bit on the easy side, but it is the introduction world. Most of those are easy, even all the way to the final world. I guess it is nice to have time to get used to the new way enemies spawn and stuff like that. For example, instead of coffins, they now spawn in flowers, which we can't break open with our sword. So we have to wait until they spawn fully. Over there, on that solid ground, is a whole bunch of enemies. Thankfully, since we had full armor before coming here, we can just plow right through them using our golden armor. 20 seconds may not seem like a lot of time, but it's plenty enough to get 3 consecutive sword skill. Oh hey! More health for our shield. If you remember correctly, our shield was in bad shape, but not so much now. Those shield pickups drop randomly though, so it's good luck we found those. This next area is my favorite in the level. Not a lot of enemies in it still, but there's some extra There's some extra stuff that I really approve of here. First, there's an easy-to-miss checkpoint, which isn't really an extra. But we can actually climb on top of these broken walls. And there's some neat goodies up there for us. Now, you don't normally have to do weird jumps like this for the main platforming challenges. Yeah, there are tricky jumps later, but they're always very obvious. You don't have to go out of your way like this to proceed, is what I'm trying to say. But exploring does make the game easier for you, assuming you can handle what you find while you're exploring. But what's important is that it's easier in the long run, even if we goof up a few times getting there. This area has a big, open center, so you might figure there's a lot of enemies, but no. It's just one of these guys, and we can kill him before he even throws his axe. There's armor in that locked gate, but we already have full armor. And this guy can easily sneak up on us because he comes out of a building. But we're wise to his tricks. And over here's another secret area. You might notice that this water is differently colored. Hold on. Gonna deal with him so he doesn't snipe us while we're jumping. This water is differently colored, and if we fall in it, we will die. Our reward for coming all the way over here might seem underwhelming to some. It's another key. But we really need those. They're going to be our primary source of income for some levels, because they open chests that have a lot of money. because we do want to save after every level. So every last coin counts. Of course, we don't want to get ourselves killed over it, but they are the single most important collectible. Some areas like this one with the green swampy water have an unexpected friend for us, but first, as I was saying, we're going to sacrifice a key for some extra cash. It may not seem like a lot, but a couple more of these and we would already have another 100 coins. That special friend in the swampy water is this crocodile. Deals a ton of damage and as far as I know can't be killed. So we're going to avoid him at all costs. Unfortunately, I fell off the platform, wound up getting hit by a very easy to dodge skeleton. But at least we got his diamond. We can knock the crocodiles back with our shield throw, but it's better just to run away, I think. And here's the mandatory end of level onslaught. We still have our fire sword. So we're just going to stab once, back away, and then stab again. That's what works the best. And perhaps the most important discovery of the level, we have a new ability. A longer sword. This means that the reach of all of our attacks has increased, which is super handy.